Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday so far. Today is March 31st. We are finally at the end of this month, okay, for March, and we are slowly getting ready to approach April, all right? Now, with April season coming up right now, we have the full moon that's showing up, and we also have, a lot of energy that's going on at this time. Also, it is Aries season still going into April, so for some of you, certain celebrations like your birthday or just going within and reflecting could be very significant. So let's see what you guys might need to know when it comes to this energy. All right, guys. So Spirit, Universe, Guides, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? What do they need to know at this time? Please give them clarity and understanding when it comes to their journey and whatever messages that they could be, wanting to hear at this time when it comes to clarity. So the first card here is family, okay? Now, this could be different for a lot of you guys, all right? This could be different things. This could be actual family, okay? Or this could be friends, all right? But when it comes to connecting with people who either feel like family or feel close to you, that could be very significant at this moment. Even when it comes to family, okay, a lot of times you hear the saying, blood is thicker than water, and that may not be the case for everybody. Yeah, some people do grow up in a great family. Some people don't, right? But if you are somebody who grew up in a really good family, family could be very important for you, for those who were raised differently, right? And so maybe you could be somebody who wants to continue that on. For some of you guys, if you never really grew up around family or never had a really strong family foundation, meaning like cousins, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, things like that, it's almost like maybe you guys could have dealt with family members where, if they were not the greatest people for you, not to say they were bad people, these people could be very nice people, very funny, outgoing people, but they may have certain ways or tendencies that they grew up in. So even when it comes to learning patterns and understanding those patterns and releasing that, you could be the one that could be releasing certain patterns when it comes to family, right? And that could also make you be the one that's kind of like the outsider or the black sheep of the family as well. But family is important to you. It's not to say that it's not. It is important. The problem is being able to be around people who actually take family, the word family, very seriously. And not because you're family doesn't mean that someone should be able to speak to you however and whenever they feel like, right? For some of you, this is about respect. This is about loyalty. This is just even about mutual understanding and respect. Okay, some of you guys could be building your own family. This could be community or, coming together in different communities and building groups, right? This could be a collective. Okay, this could be groups of people, whatever you want to call it. Basically, the energy is showing up where you guys are wanting to come together, where people may feel like home or people may feel like family to you. Okay, so take what resonates with that. Angel number 10 could be very significant when it comes to also you feeling whole within yourself. So even when it comes to endings of cycles and new beginnings, there's something about, you ending a cycle when it comes to divine order and your purpose unfolding when it comes to you building a family of your own. Okay, also when it comes to family and say like the 5D, you may have family members on the other side that are protecting and guiding you at this moment. These people who are protecting and guiding you could be the same people that you are in alignment with. All right. And also when it comes to like destiny cycles. So take what resonates with that. 10th house is talking about career, okay, dreams, success. So even that too, when it comes to like structures, you could be somebody who's building a structure that feels like family, even though a lot of you experienced that energy of, we're like family, that whole saying, whether this was actual family, a job, friend groups and things like that, but they never really treated you like that. Like you were the one that treated your friends as the brother, the sister, or the aunt, or, the uncle, whoever you are, right? But you may feel like even in friend groups or families or even certain situations that you guys are moving away from, you may also realize that you don't get the same thing in return. And it's not that you're expecting everybody obviously to give you the same thing, but it's just mutual respect. You know, it's like if I'm kind to you, be kind to me. Okay, like if I'm rude to you, then duh, then I can understand you being rude to me. You know, it's almost like the energy of you basically give what you get. So if you show up as a nice person and someone is mean to you, that also is significant too. Like you will basically mirror their energy, and a lot of people don't like that. So that could be confirmation too. And you may mirror a lot of people in your family as well. Okay, so yeah, ancestors. There's something about, like I said, with your ancestors could be very significant with the number 8. Now, this talks about, you know, power and also your intentions behind that power. Some of you guys have a lot of power. You know that you have power and you are powerful. But instead of you using your power for negative things or evil, you were using it to connect with your ancestors, 555 on the timer, which is bringing in change. But not only that, you're able to connect with your ancestors, and also you're able to help other people learn to connect with their ancestors when it comes to love. Okay, so you could be tending to certain things. Now, when it comes to family and tending, that could be significant as well, right? It's almost like maybe you were the one that always tended to family, but now you're learning to take, you know, the initiative basically to step into your power and be independent. So this may not resonate for everybody, but that could be very significant. We also have destiny. All right, so this could, like I said, this is your destiny path. Okay, destiny, what you're doing at this time. Like I said, angel number 1010 when it comes to destiny cycles. So spiders can be very significant, or just you being able to weave and web together, you know, your creations, your ideas, right? New things that, you know, you want to manifest. Okay, with the number 12. So there's things about your spirituality where you guys could be building and growing something and healing something that is unseen, right? So even if you don't see it, you are showing up as someone who's healing something, whether this is in your family or whether this is other people in their family, or helping people heal certain dynamics when it comes to family, right? So as I mentioned before, take what resonates with that energy. Okay, that could be confirmation. So transitions could be very significant too. Some of you guys are going through a transition when it comes to your path, right? And also when it comes to the number 44, this is about stability. So blankets could be very significant. Somebody could be really good at creating blankets. There's something also about, you know, when it comes to what you create, especially with star blanket, star seed energy is significant, and also blankets, creating something new, right? Blankets are also something that you use to keep warm. So there's something about you having this warm energy, something about feeling wrapped around like a blanket could be very significant, even when it comes to you creating something. So knitting and crocheting could be very significant when it comes to weaving and webbing together, you know, something brand new, whether this is a new idea or you just moving forward into your adventures. But whatever this energy is, 4 + 4 = 8. This is about your stability, you stepping into power with your stability, whether this is you taking leadership or you trying to build success. Some of you have a mastery when it comes to the realms. So there's something about you being able to connect from different realms around you. So it's almost like you guys may access certain information that a lot of people may not know about, but then, you know, time passes and things start to show up in the energy. That could be confirmation too. Soar, yeah, something about you seeking. Like I said, adventures are significant. Feathers may resonate for some of you, and also hawks, eagles, or anything to do with birds, big birds, right? 15 also talks about, you know, change of heart, healing relationships. You could be somebody who is heart-centered when it comes to truth. You do not basically lie. When it comes to matters of the heart, once you speak on your heart, or once you speak through your heart or from your heart, that's it. It's like you will soar, you will move forward. So there's something about how you speak and how you seek new opportunities. Okay, while you go through this transition, you guys are soaring, flying. Spring could be very significant in a sense of renewal, right? And also when it comes to things growing, changing, okay, even when it comes to developments, that could also be significant for some of you as well, right? And 1 plus 5 equals 6. So again, with family showing up behind that, like I said, that is significant. You guys could be soaring away from family. Like you guys could be leaving a home situation so that you can start something new. But that could be something that you guys think about a lot too, where maybe you're worried about moving forward and leaving family behind, but knowing that you guys are also tending to your ancestors when it comes to family and you guys are protected. So there's something about feeling like you might not be able to move forward, but you are able to move forward, but you just have to release, family for some of you. And when I say release family, like obviously for some of you guys could have cut off a lot of your family because of a lot of toxic dynamics or situations that may have arisen. And that's understandable. For some of you guys, it's just distancing yourself. So, just loving people from afar could be very significant for some of you guys, and just being able to connect with yourself and go deeper. So we also have roots, right? So this is about you reconnecting with your roots, right? With the number 11, this also talks about, intuition. This is about also you guys going through some type of awakening, but there is something about divine alignment. You guys are in alignment when it comes to your roots. You are connected to your roots. Your ancestors and guides are always watching over you and protecting you, even if it's not just ancestors and guides, whatever higher source that you believe in, know that you are being protected, even if you feel like sometimes you're not, or, you may feel like it's not there. Just take what resonates with that energy though. But you guys are protected at this time. Okay, yeah, change. So like I said, when it comes to you going within, going and connecting with your roots, okay, this could be, like I said, whatever your roots are. This could be family. This could be, getting down to the nitty gritty of where you come from and what your background is and how far you've come through your journey throughout your ancestors as well. Right? But there is something about change when it comes to wind. The number 21, 3 talks about communication and expression. So joy and creativity is significant. Also, when it comes to, like I said, communication, this could be the way that your mind operates and how you think. That could be also changing as well. So there's something about maybe the way your mind works or operates is very significant. For some of you guys too, there's something about changing your mind. That could be significant too. Yeah, there's something about a sacred medicine, so calling. There's something about when it comes to changing your mind, there's something about you changing your mind when it comes to your calling. Some of you guys who are connected to your roots or reconnecting to your roots, there's some type of change that is coming when it comes to your calling. Whatever that calling is, you know what that calling is, there's some type of change, right? Now, I'm not saying to you guys to quit your 9 to 5. Hell no. Okay? This is about growth. This is about being smart and not, making weird decisions or being silly. So, yes, some of you may have a calling, okay? And some of you guys are trying to go towards your calling. But while you're going towards your calling, you also have to make changes and make sacrifices so that you can step into your calling wholeheartedly. Okay, why do you think I always say to you guys, make sure you have a backup plan. If you guys want to quit that job, make sure you have another job. Don't just quit like that, right? For some of you guys, maybe you guys can quit that job because you guys are financially stable. But I'm not going to tell somebody to quit their job, okay, when things are already bad the way it is right now. No, if you can financially support yourself, or you have a plan or a backup or whatever, then do what you need to do to move forward, right? But if you don't have a backup plan, make sure you have one just in case. It's not to say that you guys are being scared. It's not to say that you guys are being worried. It's also being able to mix logic and intuition. Okay, so there's something about you, when it comes to completions of cycles, maybe you guys completed a cycle, right? When it comes to you stepping into your calling and also being able to move forward in that calling is significant, right? Yeah, connection. We have storytelling with the number 20. This is about you being able to connect with the divine and having divine partnership with the universe, okay? So take what resonates with that. We have home with the number 27. So 9 again. Okay, coming home to yourself, reclamation. Okay, you being able to seek and soar no matter what it is that you do. Coming home to yourself could be anything. It could be leaving that family, leaving that relationship, whether it's a friend or not, leaving that job. Whatever it is that you guys are leaving and coming back to yourself, it's making you happy and it's making you in this place where you're able to create no matter what it is you're creating, and having that opportunity to feel free in what you're creating. All right, guys. At the bottom of the deck, we have shine. Okay. April 4th could be very significant. There's something about the full moon. So after the full moon, okay, there's something about the 4th that could be significant. There's something that could be transitioning. Even if it's not on that day specifically, there's something about the energy of after we finish closing out the full moon cycle for the 1st to the 3rd, there's something about the 4th and that day being activated. And once we move forward, there's something about that where things could be just changing and picking up, right? Because we are in Aries season. So there's something about Aries energy that could be significant too with the, you know, the planets and things like that too, right? But I'm going to end it here, but take what resonates, guys. And again, thank you guys for the love and the support. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys resonated with the message if it did. And again, thank you guys. Follow me on YouTube and TikTok. If you guys want to book a reading or just check out my website or my blog, my website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. All right, guys. Thank you guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.